In fact, each version of game has a lot of new Pokémons with several design style, new abilities, new characteristics. And the 9th generation of Pokémon has only been released for half a year, but people have said that this is the game version with the most powerful Pokémon ever. Not enough time to confirm which Pokémon will be the strongest because we will still have 2 new DLC versions about to be released. But for now, let's just take a look at some of the brightest Pokémon. Pokémon Generation 9 introduced a lot of Pokémon that were classified as outstanding monsters. We might start by mentioning Flutter Mane, which is simply Miss Drevis's ancient Pokémon form. The dual type of this Pokémon, Ghost and Fairy, was previously only possessed by Mimikyu. The stab-attack combo of these two types can only be resisted by Pyroar and Grifai, but these two Pokémon are far too weak. They don't have anything to threaten against Flutter Mane, and they don't have enough strength to withstand Flutter Mane's attacks. These dual type only have 2 weaknesses that come from the Ghost type and the Steel type. In terms of stats, Flutter Mane has a special attack, a special defense, and a speed that is extremely high at 135. As if that weren't enough, the Photosynthesis ability additionally boosts Flutter Mane's best stats when it uses booster energy or stands in the sun. Flutter Mane can really withstand some special damage attacks if the opponent's Pokémon is still strong enough to resist them because of its ability to lower the opponent's special attack with Moonblast or Mystical Fire. Though it seems not required, it can also use Tetrastalize to strengthen its attack. I believe that the Ghost type will be weakened with the 9th generation. But Generation 9 introduced a Pokémon of the Ghost type, which was quickly banned from matches. I also don't understand why a Pokémon with a move that can have a base attack power of 300 was released in this generation.
Really?
That is Houndstone's Last Respect, which is evolved form of Gravard, the adorable ghost dog Pokémon that was shown in the Gen 9 Halloween intro video. This Pokémon has fairly average stats. There are just 2 things that make this Pokémon so strong. The first is the ability Sand Rush, which increases its speed in sandstorms enough that it can outpace almost all other Pokémon. The second component is Last Respect, a Ghost-type move with a base attack of 50 that rises by 50 with each teammate defeated. For instance, in a 6 vs 6 fight, if we are left with only Houndstone, this move will have a power of up to 300. Calculations indicate that this move can blow out Toxapex in a single hit while wearing the Life Orb, and super tanky Dark-type Pokémon like Ting-Lu or Mandibuzz must lose more than half of their health bars. It's not impossible to prevent this Houndstone attack, for instance by using a Pokémon of the Dark or Normal types. Still, Houndstone has useful moves like Play Rough and Body Press. However, this Pokémon's actual job is to clean up the late game when all of its friends have been defeated and if the opposing team's Pokémon is not fully healed. In a 3 against 3 standard match style, this move isn't all that strong. I've written a 2,000 words thesis outlining why Delibird would be one of the worst Ice-type Pokémon. But Iron Bundle, a dual-type water and ice penguin that was created in the 9th generation, is a tremendously powerful future version of this penguin. The Freeze Dry move is a highly useful move for water-type Pokémon, as it terrifies any Pokémon that are resistant to this type, as I said in the video overview of Water-type Pokémon. Just to be clear, Water-type will resist Ice-type moves, but Freeze Dry is a special move that can give Water-type very effective damage instead of being resisted. So this is a move with a very wide effective range, that can handle some unpleasant dual types such as Water Grass, Water Flying, Water Dragon and Water Ground. However, most of the Pokémon that own the dual-type Water Ice are quite weak and specialize more in defense, until Iron Bundle appeared with a 124 special attack stat and 136 base speed stat. This Pokémon is faster than Flutter Mane, has a good physical defense to withstand some priority attacks, and Water-type Tetrastalize can eliminate many of the weaknesses that Ice-type brings. And with possession of the ability Quark Drive, it's really hard to stop it in the electric environment. Maybe only Blissey or Thick Fat Walrein can do this. If not, then maybe you should pray for luck that its Hydro Pump move will be missed. In a recent video, I stated this mighty dolphin. The Zero to Hero ability, which, after first being withdrawn throughout the match, it will transform into hero form, skyrocketing all attack and defense stats, is what makes it particularly powerful. At this stage, it will have a basic stat total of up to 650, with a physical attack stat of 160, a speed stat of 100, and a solid defense mixed with the water type, which has only a few weaknesses. This Pokémon is a superstar in the attack area, making it difficult to deal with. It only requires a single withdrawn, and it has the ability to use the move Flip Turn on its own if necessary. But that's not all. In addition to possessing Wave Crash, the Water-type's strongest physical attack move with a power of 120, Palafin also has Jet Punch, an exclusive priority move that has power over Aqua Jet by 1.5 times. It makes it incredibly tough to be poked, poisoned, or burned when combined with effective auxiliary moves like Taunt, Bulk Up, Close Combat, and Drain Punch. A Toxapex or Amoonguss may counter Palafin's strength, but it still has the ability to put immense pressure on the other team and deliver a ton of damage without the help of supporters. And now we come to two Pokémon, not one, as they are a symbiotic pair that performs brilliantly in both battle and wildlife. On the other hand, these two Pokémon typically are not weak when used separately. Dondozo is a super tanky water-type catfish Pokémon with unaware ability and no relationship to Whiscash whatsoever. On the other hand, Tatsugiri has a very strong dual-type water and dragon, a special attack equal to Hydreigon, and the Draco Meteor move to completely vaporize foes. The unique element in this situation is Tatsugiri's Commander ability, which causes it to jump into mouth of Dondozo when these two Pokémon are present on the field. Tatsugiri will be unable to attack or be attacked at that moment, and Dondozo will gain 2 stages for all stats, but they both lose the ability to be withdrawn. The catfish will now be improved into a boss to solo with 2 opponents because it has incredibly potent multi-target attacks including Wave Crash, Earthquake, and the unique Order Up, which keeps boosting its stats if necessary. Fortunately, this move is of the Dragon type rather than Dondozo's Water type, which lessens its power a little. Every strategy must have at least one way to deal with Dondozo and Tatsugiri, but they also have an answer for almost any tactic, as this pair of fish Pokémon have shown their strength from the very beginning. Like using Substitute or Sleep Talk to prevent being harassed by Burn or Sleep. Or use Steel-type Tetrastylize against Amoonguss's Clear Smog and Muscarada's Flower Trick. It seems that so far, there's only been one really effective way is using a super fast Haze move, thanks to Murkrow's Prankster ability, which makes these crows so popular in ranked. Flamigo must be mentioned in relation to Dondozo. Along with these 2 fat fish and a little dragon, this bird is a part of their plan. We're going to give Tatsugiri a toxic orb so that the poison in Dondozo's mouth may kill it, and then we'll send out Flamigo in replacement. There are 2 bosses on the field, each with 2 stages of stat increase. Flamigo's costar ability, allowing it to mimic all adjacent teammates' stat improvements, makes this possible. Perhaps the Pokémon teammates had to put their lives in danger to perform Belly Drum, Sword Dance, or Bulk Up while this Flamingo pal merely jumped out and joined in the show. As I said, the attack combo of the fighting and flying types has an extremely wide coverage. Very few Pokémon can resist Flamigo's attacks, the most typical is Goldengo. However, it's also incredibly challenging to withstand a Flamigo whose physical attack stat has raised by 6 stages. If it isn't powerful enough, it could have 2 additional moves to handle the rest of the fight. It could be easy with Throat Chop or a Fire-type Terra Blast. Additionally, Wide Guard and Tailwind are available for changing up the strategies people frequently use with this bird. And we're going to have the lightest Pokémon in this video, literally. It was the Maushold family, a single normal-type Pokémon. They possess the exclusive move, Population Bomb. It is quite interesting that this move has the Japanese name Nazumazin, which means to lay fast like mice. Population Bomb is the first move in Pokémon that can hit up to 10 consecutive hits, but not a random number. These hits each have a power of 20 and 90% unique accuracy. If one misses, the subsequent hits will not be made. Under normal conditions, there is a 35% chance to hit 10 consecutive hits, but if equipped with a wide lens that increases accuracy by 10%, each hit has 99% accuracy. And then the hit rate of 10 hits will jump to 90%. Therefore, this equipment is always a top priority for this family of mice. Initially, Maushold had a great damage move and was quite quick. They also had an exclusive move called Tidy Up, which is essentially a dragon dance move paired with rapid spin. Tidy Up becomes even more powerful when it can eliminate opponent dummies. And what's more, with the Technician, which increases damage by 1.5 times for moves with base damage of 60 or less, at that time, 10 population bomb hits will have a power total of 300, enough to send all non-resistant Pokémon on the road. However, if the enemy has reflected damage abilities, equipment, or both, the one going will be your Pokémon. Maushold also possesses a set of extremely annoying moves in battles, such as Follow Me, Helping Hand, Taunt, Encore, Feint, and Super Fang. The finest part is that it can attack hard with the population bomb move while also serving as a support Pokémon, leaving the opposition wondering if this family of mice will rush in to bite them or assist the other Pokémon. This mouse family can be used in far too many different ways. Possibly the only restriction is the user's creativity. And these are just a few of the first faces named after their debut in Pokémon Scarlet and Violet. In the next video, I will mention some more prominent names, such as Roaring Moon, Goldengo, or Annihilate. For today, we will stop here. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and if you have anything to suggest, leave it in the comment section below. And now goodbye. See ya.